So obviously, very big win from Mamaroneck yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit about how it felt being in the dugout and kind of being a part of that?
Yeah, obviously I'm not one of the guys that's out there playing this year at least, but being in the dugout, the environment is incredible. I mean, we got guys, there's only 9 guys on the field at once, so when you got a 29, actually with call-ups now, it's 31, 32 kid team, you got a lot of kids that aren't on the field, and you would assume that, many people not as engaged, they either don't feel like they want to be a part of the team because they don't think they'll play or because they think they should be playing and they're not. But it's not like that with our team. I mean, very close group of guys, so everyone wants everyone to succeed as the highest degree. So dugout vibes are usually incredible, but yesterday they were unimaginable. They let off the game with a home run, first at bat for Scarsdale, and we were all kind of like, like this could be a competitive game, and then we all get hype in the bottom of the first inning because, they were chirping us heavy in the first inning. So we got loud, we got excited, and we put a 5 spot on them in the first inning, and it kind of killed their energy and boosted our energy for the rest of the game. So it was a pretty incredible dugout yesterday.
I imagine that it's kind of a different energy. Like, obviously, you guys maintain a lot of energy no matter the team that you play, but especially for Scarsdale, because, it's Scarsdale and Mamaroneck, and Scarsdale have a long-standing beef, and especially this year, there's been a lot of beefing between the two. So would you say that there's a difference in the energy when you're playing a different team versus playing Scarsdale?
I think barely. I think it really depends on what the other team does to us. I think if they do something that pisses us off, we get even more riled up, and they kind of wake up the beast. So Scarsdale, the first inning, they were copying all our chants. They were mocking us pretty much. They let off with a home run and then a double down the line. We ended up getting out of that inning pretty quickly. But, people get loud, and people get louder when they are getting reciprocation from the other team. So I think we probably would have been loud regardless, but because of all the rivalry and the 2 games that we lost to Scarsdale this year, I mean, we all walked on the field today, and we wanted this to be a 5-inning game. We did not want to have a 2-run game. We didn't want to have 3. We wanted to beat them by 10-plus runs because we needed to kill them, especially after losing the league to them, getting swept away at their house. Just the energy goes up because you want to get back.
Also, there were a lot of people, or at least I noticed this from the track. There seemed to be a lot of people there to watch the game, a lot of spectators, whether that be students or parents or maybe just kids that graduated last year or a year before. How important do you think that is in contributing to that environment that we were just talking about, or that energy?
To be honest, you can't really see, at least from inside the dugout, most places where you stand, you can't really see all those people, but it definitely means a lot. And I know it means a lot to the kids on the field, too, having their family, having, kids from all over the school, whether it's baseball players, non-baseball players, the JV kids, the alumni, their friends. Being there, it's definitely adds an extra bit of support and adds, a bit of, trust. So they're all there, and they trust that we can bring this game home for them because, they came to watch a good game, and we put on a show.
Can you just quickly explain call-ups and how important those are to a team like Mamaroneck, where you're able to pull up a JV player? How important is that for confidence of the team, but also development of these players, so that then next year when they're starting on varsity or when they're starting the season on varsity, they'll be more used to playing on that level?
Yeah, so the call-up thing, Shap does that most years. It's kind of sort of like an honorary thing to congratulate a few JV kids on a great season and basically say, you're going to be playing on my team next year. But in the past couple of years, we've seen a couple of these call-ups chances get in the game, and it's huge because not only are they making their first varsity appearance, and it's a huge moment for them, but it's a huge moment for everyone else because everyone wants them to do well. I mean, it's these younger kids. It's the future of the program. Everyone sees them out there. They want them to succeed. It kind of gets even louder when you put a sophomore up there to get in a bat or get on the mound. So it's definitely really important for both their development, but also for them understanding what it's like to be a varsity player so they can show their own grade and keep kind of the energy that we have going.
Is there any player in particular? Max Dowell, right? He's one of them? Yeah. Are there any other players that got called up that played yesterday or that had chances yesterday?
So no, there was not, but we do have Owen Redder and Parker Phillip that got called up. Parker's a catcher, Owen's an infielder / outfielder. So definitely kids that can get maybe not in playoffs, but they definitely have a really bright future for the program. And it's gonna be exciting to see what they do. But yeah, they put Dowell up there on the mound. He came in with runners on first and second and no outs. Hit the first kid, so everyone was kind of like, crap. And then he got out of that bases loaded, no outs jam with no runs. And then he pitched 3 shutout innings with multiple strikeouts. So it was a fantastic performance, and everyone was so excited for him.
Since you mentioned pitching, obviously offense was the kind of big showing yesterday. What was the final score again?
16-2.
16-2. So that's obviously 16 runs put up, which is kind of incredible in baseball. It's not easy to do that at all. But 2 runs allowed is also pretty good. How important do you think the pitching has been to the team all season?
So we've had really great pitching all season. We have obviously our ace, Graham. He's thrown like multiple complete games this year, not laying up a lot of runs, very composed. I think our composure is probably what sets us apart the most from other teams, because there are teams out there with kids throwing upper 80s, and multiple of them. There are kids out there with D1 commits, and we don't have that. We have Will Plunkett. That's our only D1 commit on the team. He's an infielder though. He does pitch every now and then, but you don't really want to take his glove out of the infield. But I think one of our most successful aspects of our pitching this season has just been the ability to stay calm, the ability to trust your teammates. Really, just it's the bond that we have. Because when you're out there on the mound, if something goes wrong, the ability to go up to the next batter and be like, it's okay, I trust my field, I trust the kids behind me to make these plays, that I'm going to put the ball out there for them, and they're going to get the job done. So I think trust and composure is probably what sets us apart the most, and the pitchers have been incredibly important. We've been, it's let them put the ball in play, because our field can take care of it. If you can strike them out, that's awesome too, but just the ability to have trust in each other is probably what makes our pitching so extraordinary.
So moving forward from Mamaroneck in the playoffs, who do you guys play next? Do you know?
We play Roy C. Ketchum.
Okay, and is that semifinals or?
That's the section championship.
Section championship. Okay, so what's kind of the energy going into that?
So a couple days ago, we lost in the winners bracket finals to Ketchum in extra innings on a walk-off base hit. So, and Ketchum has won the section the past 3 years. Not to mention that last year they sent our team home. So not only do we want to stop this sort of reign of terror they've put over Section 1, but we lost to them. They sent us into the losers bracket. We killed Scarsdale. We want to come back and we want to do the exact same thing to them. They sent our team home last year. A lot of the guys here were on that team, and a lot of the guys were very close with people that graduated from that team. So coming back, we want to send them home. We want to end their seasons.